Hi, everyone. Tom is an idiot, and he is officially stripped of the Raw Down title. We're back. This is all Tom's fault, by the way. I cannot believe that So Tom comes in, does a run-in, and he just ends the stream by accident. I don't know. Something shady there. Oh my goodness.
If you believe
Did you see that fucking entrance? What?
No.
You tell me that such a good entrance.
At all.
Hi, everyone. We're back.
We are back. Try to get rid of us. You can't.
I know.
Rid of us.
Said who? Welcome in. Stick around. We're gonna watch some Hell in a Cell. We were watching Hell in a Cell, but you know, Tom's got to come in and just root. By the way, Tom is stripped of the Raw Down title. I don't care. That's it. He messes with our stream. No, he's not champion anymore.
What I think is really funny is how he came in, he tried to leave, he ended the broadcast and still like left so quick.
I know. He didn't even like apologize or anything.
It was like, oh, it wasn't like, oh shit, he just went, and then yeah, it just leaves. It was funny.
Well, the good thing is we have 5 viewers in here now. The call-up is in the chat. What's going on? Thank you for joining us. We're going to be watching some Hell in a Cell. We were watching the last hour, but had some technical difficulties, a.k.a. Tom Montalto is a complete idiot, and he messed up our stream. We got 7 viewers in here right now. Folks, thank you for joining us. If you're in here, theturnbuckletavern.com is your fix for all things Hell in a Cell tonight. So support the Turnbuckle Tavern. Nick, I do see your text, and we're gonna blur the lines of kayfabe here. I don't have the thumbnail. Chad needs to. If someone can text Chad and tell him to get the thumbnail.
I got it.
We're live, pal. We're live.
I really appreciate the match in tights with Damian and Edge. They look great. Edge looks like $1 million.
Oh, he does. The entrance was phenomenal.
And the scale on his tights. Those are some. Is that some new design on his tights, or has he been wearing the
purple
the
black is just
on him?
so nice.
I think it might be different. I'm not too sure. Let me get the slides up again so we know. Fans can know which match we are up to, which we are currently at. Judgment Day versus Liv Morgan, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor. Folks, if you were in the chat, please let us know who you think is going to take this one. I have the Judgment Day, of course. Morgan. Rhea Ripley.
I was actually gonna. Oh, Ripley looks. Oh my god, I don't want to talk about. I don't. Anyway,
happy 700 subscribers. Yes, happy 700 subscribers.
700.
Amazing. Thank you all. If you are subscribed, thank you for helping us get there. If you haven't subscribed, this is your time to get on the road to 800 because we are on that long and winding road. As we're just getting a full brawl here, all 6 combatants are just going at it. And the Liv Morgan, the whole Bullet Club have taken control of the ring.
So I want to bring a tweet up to you guys that I was having a little bit of an argument on Instagram about. I won't say the page because they're not supporters of the show, so we're just not going to talk about the page. But this was a tweet from somebody else. So they had said Punk is 43, looks awful, and wrestles worst. And again, caveat: this is not my opinion. This is someone else's tweet. And he listed Randy Orton at 42, The Miz at 42, R-Truth at 50, Sheamus at 44, Lashley at 45, and Edge at 48. Can we just take a second to appreciate the majesty that is Edge, who came back from a career-ending neck injury and wrestling still at a high level, having great matches. I want to use this opportunity not to disparage on Punk, but use it as an opportunity to look at Edge, who is working at that age. If we think about Hulk Hogan, who came back in his later run where he was like closer to 60, I mean, it looks like Edge was going to be able to go until at least he's 50 plus and still look good. So kudos to him.
Sure.
It's awesome.
Totally. I think, I will say about like the whole Judgment Day gimmick, I think it's very brave of both Edge and the WWE to go in on something like this for someone like Edge, who he's at that stage in his career that everyone knows Edge, everyone knows the Rated R Superstar and all of that. They could have simply just went with, face Edge and just went with that his entire, the rest of his career. As Danny is here, thank you again for joining us. We had some technical difficulties. You know, he could have went with just being Edge the rest of his career, but you know, for them to take a full 360 on his gimmick, you know, and go with something like this, it's a testament. And for the most part, it's working. I mean, like, a lot of people like it. Some people don't like it. But, you know, for the most part, it is working. And I think that's just a real testament to how good Edge is, both in and out of the ring. His character work's been very strong with this Judgment Day stuff.
I always appreciate when guys that are Hall of Fame wrestlers already in their own right go out and reinvent themselves. Chris Jericho set the mold of reinvention. Edge is following in that footsteps, because when you have guys at that level, no one would blink an eye if he went in there and did the rated R stuff, went and did a nostalgia act, hit a few spears, wear the rated R tights, you know, throw up the rock and roll sign, and then that's it. Too many guys in the past have rested on their gimmick. I mean, think about, this would be like Ric Flair coming back and being like, I'm going to just completely change who I am. This is pretty much the fourth iteration of Edge that we've had. We had the guy that didn't speak moving through the crowd. Then we had the Brood Edge. Maybe it's a fifth one. Then we also had the Edge and Christian Funny Edge. Then we had Singles Edge, who was sort of like, Edge heads, let's go. And then you had Edge, who was obsessed with the title. Then you had Rated R Edge. And now you have this Judgment Day Edge. So I guess we had like 8 Edges. Right. But he continues to change who he is. And his in-ring work kind of adapts to who he's working with, first of all, and also the character that he's trying to play. And I know we rip on Judgment Day as a kind of a pull the kayfabe aside, as a tease a little bit, as a work, because, you know, makes for good radio. Yeah. But I do appreciate the reinvention, whether it is authentic or not, doesn't matter. Edge is going out there and doing something different, and I appreciate it. I mean, he doesn't have to do it, and it's working right now.
Yeah, 100%.
And lifting 2 young guys, by the way. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, for sure. And, you know, we might see a 4th member join in tonight. That's a good question to talk about. Do you think we're going to see any other new members to this Judgment Day faction? You know, Finn, I feel like, is the number one guy to go to, and we might see it tonight. But are there any other names that you would like to see join Judgment Day? Nick, I'll go with you because, you know, you're the number one WWE fan after all. Who are you going with?
Gotta say, that's a tricky one. I'm gonna have to say probably Drake Maverick. He's very, he's got the look, he's got the height, he's got the tattoos, he's got everything.
He has the same hair as Edge right now, let's be honest.
That's true. That is very true.
Maybe that was the hint all along, you know, the Edge stole the haircut, and then there we go.
Edge went back to the well for that haircut. Nick gets it.
I would say I predicted in the stream.
I don't like you anymore. I don't like you, Anthony. I don't like you.
I was I found in the stream I was predicting that Ciampa would join. I think Finn's too obvious right now. I think Ciampa will join. I don't think it's tonight though. I think the next member will be Ciampa because, listen, I would love Finn. I think he fits well in that group, and you can bring the Demon back here and do a little purple and black with the Demon. That'd be a cool little theme that we haven't seen.
Or just completely black.
No, we're
not bringing that one up.
Not pulling a J-bone. Not pulling a J-bone.
But a purple Demon would be really cool to see. Now I kind of want to see it. But Ciampa would be awesome too, because he's sort of floundering, and it would give him identity, just like it's reinvented Damian Priest, who's no longer just his mid-card U.S. champion. And Rhea Ripley, who was also lost in the sauce a little bit. It's great to see them both have a purpose, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure.
I feel like Damian needed this kind of gimmick, you know what I mean? Like, he needed... I don't know. He was kind of just a wrestler. Like, I felt like...
Yeah. I think they tried to give him that whole gimmick with, like, the...
Yeah.
Right. I think they tried to give him that whole gimmick with, like, the split personality or whatever. And it was kind of working, but, like, I feel like he's a much...
Sometimes he's Damian, and then sometimes he's a priest.
Sometimes Damian takes over, but sometimes I'm a priest. That's why they call me
like Charles or whatever the fucking thing's called. He's got like the priest collar on. He's like just reading passages.
That's his entrance. He comes out like from the heavens, like Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25, in like a priest outfit. And then like he comes to the ground, music stops, rips off the priest gimmick. Now he's Damian, and he walks down to the ring.
But before that, he goes, John 5:13, and he just starts reading. And then midway, when people least expect it, big
No, he has to
fire.
just have like a full out like church session. But every time he does the entrance at a random point in the whole like church thing, at one point, then it, he turns into the Damien gimmick. Like he'll be in the middle of the homily, like, and so God says in the homily, "Yeah, I'm Damien."
It's different every week. No one knows when to expect.
No one knows when
good.
it's coming. Like he's giving like the body of Christ out. Like he goes up to give the body of Christ. All of a sudden, I'm Damien. I'm shoving it down your throat.
He's handing that stale fucking bread out to everyone. Yeah.
Who would have thought that the guy named Punishment Martinez in Ring of Honor would be this guy? I remember seeing him at what event was that? I saw him at Ring of Honor where he wrestled it was a hardcore match, and he was just another guy, and he lost, and he just did the chokes. He was a big guy. I was like, oh, it's a guy from where I'm from in New York. It's just a guy with tattoos, and he was playing a gimmick. When he got signed, went to NXT, and he kind of rose through the ranks pretty quick. And they clearly see something in him because they teamed him with Bad Bunny, who was a revenue mover and getting eyes on the product that were casual fans. And now he's with Judgment Day, so they see something. I mean, and I see what they see. He has a good look, and he's very serviceable in the ring. He doesn't make you look at it as he does anything wrong. Again, he's not going to wow you. He's one of those guys that's sort of just there, but he does a lot of good character work. And yeah, I mean, that was a good looking backbreaker right there on Finn for the near fall. But this match has been pretty good so far. And I think they're setting a pace here that they're probably going to go 15 plus minutes right now. I think we're like 5-6 minutes in.
Yeah, around there. I think for sure. I think we've hit like around that time. I mean, every Edge match since he's been back has been like a long match. Like this man's like, you could just give me like a 10-minute match and I'll be fine. But for some reason, every match, like even his first like 5 matches, like first match,
dude, the Randy Backlash match, dude.
Well, first match was the Rumble when he came back.
Yeah.
Then he did the WrestleMania match, which was like 40 minutes, or 30 minutes. Then he did the Backlash, which was like 40 minutes. And then he was out for a while. Then he comes back, does another Rumble, faces Roman for like 30 minutes. Like this man, can we just take like a 5-minute match, please, for your own sake?
So he's pulling the card of I'm the guy. I want to structure my matches and pick how long it goes and what goes on in the match. And you could tell a lot of his matches are well thought out with his input because he's leading the way. I mean, this must be really fun for him to be the general in the ring and be able to put together matches with the trust from creative to just do his own thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's I don't know why. Like I think it's just a nice like breath of fresh air for him. Like being the heel again. Right, especially in this new gimmick, and being the most seasoned person in the current landscape of the main roster, give or take. I don't really know, but yeah, I think it's cool for him to like get this new outlook, especially with like the enhanced acting skills he's had from doing all of the acting shows like Vikings or whatever else he did. That definitely helps him out in that regard. So this is a fun little run for Edge. I'm excited to see where they go with it. How long do you think that they'll go on with this Judgment Day gimmick for? Because I think it has some longevity to it. I don't think you should end it too early. I think you can keep it on for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the inevitable end is probably when Edge, they want to turn him face for one last run, and then he has him just have Damien and Rhea turn on him or do something like that to make him sympathetic. But yeah, I think I could see this going for another 6, 12, 18 months. I mean, it has legs if they want to pull. There's a lot of stories that can be told here with all different. I mean, you can get the world title involved. You can do a whole bunch of things with it if you want to be creative.
Absolutely.
I'd love to see Edge as world champion. Like honestly, I think that'd be cool once Roman.
That would be very fun.
If
one more
Roman's reign ever finishes, that'd be a cool thing to see.
Yeah, he just can't be the guy to beat Roman. Like whoever beats Roman right now has to be the next guy because there's a super rub coming from that.
MADCAP Moss. I'm kidding.
MADCAP Moss. I think they're just calling him MADCAP now. I think that's the new thing. They're calling him MADCAP. He was wearing
tights on SmackDown. Is that correct?
Yeah, black trunks. He came out of an ambulance. It was great. I love MADCAP Moss.
Yeah, people on Twitter were calling him No Cap Moss, and I was like,
No Cap Moss.
That's a perfect name.
That has money.
Yeah,
that has money to it. Folks, if you're watching along with us, make sure to leave a like on this video. Get active in the comments. We want to hear what you're thinking about. Hell in a Cell. I couldn't think of the name for some reason. Let us know what you're thinking. We got 3 viewers right now, and tell a friend about us and get that number up end all the way up. As we have some Liv and RHEA in-ring action right now. Nice little I don't know what it's called, but it was a good move by Liv Morgan. You know, I've always been surprised how they never went all in on Liv Morgan. Like, I thought they were going to last year. It seemed like the perfect opportunity, especially like beating Becky or doing something like that. And it always is like she gets right there and then she just falls off. Like Money in the Bank, she was right there and then she just like tumbles all the way down.
Yeah, I remember when the fans were behind her to be, you know, Alexa Bliss's gimmick that she is now, and I was like, oh yeah, I can totally see that. And like that was because Alexa Bliss was already kind of a made name,
Right.
in the women's division. That would have been cool to like just ascend Liv Morgan up that little bit higher. Then again, Alexa did like really well with the gimmick, and I think Liv just it's been like a longer, I guess, time for her to just click with people maybe.
I think she would have fit better in the early 2000s, mid 2000s Raw and SmackDown with, you know, women like Trish Stratus and Lita, even Kelly. I just think that her in-ring work is not up to the level of like a Sasha. Beyond the bar has been raised. You can't just be pretty and then also be okay in the ring. The women go out there and, you know, looks aside doesn't even matter. They go out there and steal the show. I don't know if Liv is up to that point. She was over. They had her ready to be there when that Becky feud. I do remember when we were talking about that, but I don't know. I don't see it. I think she could have been like a Trish Stratus back in like 2003 and 2004, something like that. But I don't know. I don't think she's anywhere near Bianca and Becky and all that crew.
Yeah, I don't see like you definitely like top tier, but I feel like getting that, you know, opportunity to like wrestle those top tier talent would have definitely done her some well.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, you only really saw her against someone like Becky as far as like a top name. Like you never saw her go up again. I feel like Liv and Charlotte is just like a rivalry waiting to be like, you know, taken advantage of. Because like, you know, you have Liv as the underdog, Charlotte as the top heel. I feel like there's definitely some money there for a feud to get Liv over, as we see Damian and Finn groggy. Damian going in for the tag.
I think they're trying to cuddle, if anything. It's been a. I think what they should do in these sort of matches when, you know, they're both slugged out on the floor, they should just cuddle and brace each other. You know what I mean? Maybe that.
Did AJ get cut open the hard way, or did they do a blade job? He's bleeding pretty bad.
Oh, I have no
entrance way probably.
The entrance way.
That's long-term booking.
That is bad, yeah. That's long-term booking, yeah.
Edge has that Sheamus hair going on.
He's got the Zack Ryder. He's got the
setting up for the bro kick
beanie, you know.
Oh, Finn Balor with a roll-up.
Oof. I'm a tad ahead of you guys. Just like a smidge.
Yeah.
We have Finn Balor now.
A tad of like Ace, you're like what, 4 seconds ahead of me, and then Anthony's 2 seconds. it's like just a staircase. I'm fine with it though.
Rhea Ripley getting in the way. Imagine Finn just stomps her. Just
the one thing I would say though about like if Finn was good to turn during this match is we got a spear from Edge to Finn, and let's see if this does it. And it does. There we go. We got the end here. Edge picking up the win pretty clean on Finn Balor. That was a good looking finish for Judgment Day.
Good finish. They did it again.
What did I say about Judgment Day? Judgment Day was going to win because I'm the biggest fan of them. I love them. They're the best faction in all of wrestling.
At least you're willing to admit it.
But I know a lot of people were saying that Finn was going to turn on his team during the match. It doesn't make any sense if he's beating the crap out of the other team like the whole match. Wouldn't you do it in the beginning? If logically, why would you do it again? If you were with Judgment Day the whole time, you're going to beat up Edge and Damian?
That's fair. That is very fair. As Edge, Rhea, Damian stand tall.
He could turn tomorrow. You know, he might be frustrated with what's going on. Who knows?
Edge is jacked.
The arms up.
Kind of like what Rhea did with her little lipstick, though. It was kind of cool.
Rhea Nick saved Storm catching the little details too, by the way, and that dive.
Yeah, I mean, I have to for every Australian.
Yeah.
Boom. She didn't. Yeah, Liv Morgan didn't get a.
Edge's hair doing that graphic is going way too hard. His hair in this match was going way too hard as well. Chad, if you're around, can you add in the thumbnail because we kind of need it. I don't know how to add it in. And I think,
Speaking of a culprit as
unfortunately,
well.
we have a run-in.
I know how to leave now.
You're stripped of the title. You're gone.
No,
We're getting a new champion on Raw down.
not only am I 4-0, but I picked Finn to get the pin. I picked Asuka to get the pin. I can't help it. I'm that damn good.
Well,
is this Kevin Dunn in the chat right now? You know, you have Kevin Dunn on speed dial.
Don't
You just
tell
need to
them.
have need to have more camera cuts on your end though. Like, he needs to jerk quickly every
Yeah.
time you move.
There you go. If I was Kevin Dunn, I would stop that crap, and so we wouldn't get nauseous watching it.
I'll never understand that, why they do that. It doesn't add to the product when they want to make a move look more impactful.
It's just like when
hate
somebody's
it.
punching and they do that zooming. It's like, oh my god.
It started with the Shield. I truly believe that they wanted to make the Shield look more chaotic, so they were like shifting the camera while they were doing a beatdown on somebody, and it's never stopped.
It's crazy. It's
That's pretty
crazy.
cool.
But that was a good match.
It was a very good match. Yeah.
The match
so
of the
far,
night.
I think every match is delivered.
You know what? The last pay per view was really solid too. So good job they're doing with their pay per views. They always do though. Their
Yeah,
pay-per-views
they
are
usually
always
have
better
just
than
bad
themselves.
builds, but the pay-per-view always delivers.
Yep. So we got 2 matches left now.
3, I think. And the MADCAP Moss match, main event,
Yeah.
and
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory.
Yeah, okay. Ooh.
Well, compared to AEW, this pay-per-view is going super fast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, AEW doesn't have one every month.
No, true. Yeah, no.
So
That's absolutely
it's kinda
a
perfect.
good point.
I like how their longer ones are the big 4 or 5, whatever you want to call it now. But
Right.
I like that the in-between ones like 2.5 hours ish.
Also got a good question for you while we have some time to talk about why we have a Bobby Lashley backstage segment with Cedric Alexander. Question for you. What is the big 4 now? Obviously, you have WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and the Rumble. There's been some dispute about what the 4th one is. Some have said Money in the Bank has taken the spot. Some still contend that Survivor Series is and will always be the 4th of the big 4.
For
Tom,
me,
I'll let you start since you were a historian of the Tavern about wrestling.
for
Where do you go with
me,
that?
it's always going to be Survivor Series. You can't just say, "Oh, this one's not it anymore," when it always was it. It's just like being a Yankee fan and taking like somebody out of the core 4. You don't do that.
True. I mean, they don't appreciate using Survivor Series under the same format. I do understand what people say. And Money in the Bank has more importance on the yearly calendar of WWE, but I lean more with you. I think Survivor Series will always be the 4. I look forward to Survivor Series because it used to, and hopefully it gets to the point where it sets the tone for really WrestleMania season, because it sets the tone for what's going to happen at the Rumble in 2 months. And then the Rumble certainly builds towards WrestleMania. Survivor Series, if you remember, and I'm sure you do, Tom, and young Anthony and Nick, you can think back to years when you first started watching wrestling. They used Survivor Series with those 6-man matches, with 6-man teams or 5-man teams, depending on the match, and also backstage segments to talk about. I remember 2004, you had your first interaction between Goldberg and Lesnar. Was that Survivor Series?
Yeah.
To build up WrestleMania 20. And then
Yep.
you also had Kurt Angle and also Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels in 2005 interacting for the first time. And then that transcended to the Rumble. They don't do it the same anymore, but I think you're right. I don't think it takes away from it being
like
a core 4.
It's like a pay-per-view per quarter. Like it's the one of the quarter. You know what I mean? Like every season, every quarter of the year gets it's big. But I just want to talk about one thing, what Chad's saying here about it being booked poorly. They're just a victim of the stupid brand split with that. They try to book it because of the brand split, and it hasn't worked. Who cares? Like non-title matches, just because it's brand versus brand.
I think they're trying to make Money in the Bank become the next big one because like
They're
they were
trying
trying to
to.
get into that one stadium, right? And then they moved to MGM.
Yeah,
Grand.
look
Like,
how
I
well
think
that
it-
worked out for them.
Yeah, right. I think that's the game plan for them though, and like it kind of makes sense, right? Like
You can't have 2 of your big pay-per-views, like the 2 biggest of your 4, back-to-back months. That doesn't make any sense.
Mhm.
So they've got.
I think for the year, though, Money in the Bank is more important than Survivor Series, but I agree. Survivor Series, if they
I don't
decide to
disagree
book
with
it
that.
correctly, it has the lineage. You can go back and look at 1989, 1990 and show this is like, oh, this is why we do the traditional matches and it's back.
Yeah.
Just like the Rumble. I mean, at first when the Rumble first started, the first Rumble had no meaning. They just had the Rumble match for nothing, and now it has meaning. There's no reason they can't apply it back to Survivor Series.
And I think I agree with you 100%. And the Rumble, they realized they gave it meaning when they had that one with Flair, when Flair won, and they made it
First
mean
one,
something.
yep. In
And that's when they
92.
said, wow, we got to make this meaningful. It's more fun if it means something. And maybe they could find a way to do that with Survivor Series again. I would hope so.
They might want to go back in time and get rid of Hacksaw Jim Duggan being the first Rumble winner because they probably didn't know what it would become. It was just like a Pat Patterson idea, like, all right, Pat, you can
Poor
we'll do it.
Duggan. But you know, I still honestly miss Money in the Bank match being part of WrestleMania. That was fun. I
Yeah.
don't like it as its own pay-per-view.
Well, I remember the
At
first
least
ever
like
Elimination
a
Chamber
ladder match for
in
the IC
2002.
title, at least. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they
Right.
don't have that either.
Those were great.
Well,
What do they
just
have?
get
Like
it-
2 of
like-
those IC ladder matches, like the multi-man ones. I think it was at 31 and 32. Those were really good. I don't know why they didn't bring them back.
I agree.
That ties into Hell in a Cell here. We have a pay-per-view built on a match. Just like Money in the Bank, Elimination Chamber, we had all those events built on matches instead of just having the matches on other pay-per-views. And I think that's when some of those matches start to jump the shark a little bit. Where Elimination Chamber was awesome. The first one, you go back to Survivor Series 2002, was built up as this thing that Eric Bischoff wanted to destroy the roster with. And then in 2003, the second one at SummerSlam, where Goldberg should have won the title but didn't. And then they eventually moved towards doing it with its own pay-per-view years later because it was so successful. Same could be said about Money in the Bank. When you sprinkled it in on another event and then had it held to the next year, I'd like where it was on WrestleMania because it was year to year. It was like, all right, you can win it at WrestleMania and then you have until next year's WrestleMania to cash in. It created, I don't know, a good spot to get everyone on the card at WrestleMania. But I understand why Money in the Bank was created as its own event because it had so much appeal to it.
How
And now
about
it has a
this?
huge history too because of the Punk stuff, obviously in 2011.
things. What if they just combine Money in the Bank with Survivor Series? That would be fun.
It's weird to do it in November though because they got to do it in sometime
No, but it's
around
still
this year.
leading up to WrestleMania. It leaves a little more interest. Like you don't have to wait a whole year if you want to hold it to WrestleMania.
My
But
whole
that's like
thing
moving
is that
Survivor Series out of the fall. You know, Survivor Series has to be near Thanksgiving for me. Like that
I
would be
still leave it there. I
blasphemous.
would just do the Money in the Bank match here. Quick
Oh,
question.
okay, I see that.
Trivia question for you, Acefield. Since
Yes.
you brought it up, do you know where the expression "jump the shark" came from? I bet you the other two guys don't.
I do know, 100%. I do know.
Okay. Do you know?
Oh,
young
we have a question about an expression.
yeah,
as
we
well
have a
that we can
question
ask
for you
after.
as well.
So I'll give you the answer if you guys don't know. It's
Do you
from
guys
Happy
know?
Days when Fonzie jumped the shark.
Yes, exactly.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Because that's when the show was said to have lost its appeal with the masses, and they started overriding.
Nick, you know the theme song?
I used to love that show. Yeah. Hey,
That's awesome.
I was the Fonz as a kid.
Young Anthony, name me somebody from Happy Days other than the Fonz.
Joey.
Madcap Moss coming out in these black tights. He's looking like Hardcore
Joke,
Holly when he made his
joke.
debut.
Joke.
This
I'm
is
going to
Hardcore
have
Holly
to
St.
take
Valentine's Day
Steve
Massacre gear right now. All black tights. Look it up, guys. Hardcore Holly at St.
Looks like
Valentine's
Steve
Day Massacre
Austin
when he
in
won the
these
Hardcore
little
title.
tights.
He looks great, man. I wish he had like some designs on the trunks. Like it's like last minute probably, but like he looks
Dude,
really.
this is
how I want him to look.
He took it out of
I
Bob Holly's bag.
Oh, this match
like
is on.
it.
I'm going to have an ice cream sandwich. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Don't
wait,
end the
wait,
stream.
Alright,
Tom,
I will
not.
Tom.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Tom.
Promise. I'll be right back.
Hey, Tom. You won't know if he ever goes back to the well. That's
Going back
Okay,
to
Bob Holly had Job Squad on his tights at St. Valentine's Day Massacre, but the
I
statement still
see.
stands because it's still the same shorts.
Looks like Stone Cold Madcap Moss up in there. What? Where's my black trunks? What? Just
There we
gotta
go.
have a knee brace? What?
Hardcore Holly.
So we have Corbin throwing him into the. He's got a
Corbin's
nice
still
pink shirt
wrestling
on.
in jeans and skinny jeans. How does he do it?
Skinny jeans. I mean, the same way that Cena used to still wrestles in jorts. You know,
Yeah, but like I feel like skinny jeans are more restricting. You know.
that's true. That is very true. I don't know why
They
I
make
think
them
didn't think
stretchy
of that.
now, guys. Like you can get them stretchy. They feel like they're just
True.
you know,
Orange
they're
Cassidy has that
movable.
elastic band that I notice
Yeah,
a lot.
those are the skinnies
Right.
I have, man. Those are the ones I wear.
Marco! We
Marco,
need
yeah.
Edge's hair prominently displayed on the artwork for the show this week, just his hair. We should have the Raw Down logo with Edge's hair on it, like the little tough up, you know?
Just make it a gimmick, just like Zack Ryder with the
Put a
that whole
headband
thing
on
with
him or
those.
something. Yeah, you
Yeah.
start selling those on WWE Shop, like, the headband, little
Yeah,
wigs.
yeah.
Just put a Judgment Day logo on it.
If we get that
Yeah.
before we get the Malachi mask in the merch shops, I'm gonna be upset.
Oh, we'll definitely
It's
get
gonna
those.
happen, I think.
Have a MADCAP.
I got a question
and,
for you guys watching
yes.
this. This is making me think a lot about my regrettable decisions. But have you guys ever slept in skinny jeans?
Yeah, of course. You fall asleep
Yeah.
wearing clothes.
pretty sure I
Apparently,
have.
it's frowned upon. But guess what? I don't care sometimes. Sometimes
Are
I
those
just
your
sleep in
pajama
those
pants? You sleep in skinny jeans every night?
jeans. I purposely change out of my other pair of jeans to go into this pair of jeans to go to sleep. Yeah.
Oh, Madcap throwing that chair hit Baron right in the face.
Goddamn. I could just
He has a good
like,
look, and he's
smack-
not bad in the ring. I think Riddick Moss could be someone to throw in the IC title picture or something like that.
No, absolutely. I wonder what they're gonna do with him. Like if they're gonna keep the Madcap Moss name, if they're just gonna call him like, if they go back to like the Riddick Moss or something. I don't know. Riddick Moss isn't that marketable, I guess.
I feel like Madcap is pretty marketable. Like that's it's like good alliteration. Madcap. It's very short.
Yeah, that's what
One
I was.
word.
I'm pretty sure that's what they're going with. I think they're just cutting out
Yeah.
the Moss and calling him a Madcap. That's what
Moss was the thing dragging down that name. Honestly, Moss.
Yeah.
Was that the green shit?
Call him Moss.
Let's
They're
call
going in
him
the crowd now.
Mossy.
He's mossy.
I was just thinking about Corbin's head. It looks very shiny. I would like to smack it one day. So.
I'm right there with you. Let's do it together.
Do
Do we want to wear pink shirts while we do it? Whatever.
pink shirts? We'll
Him,
sleep in
him
skinny jeans the
shaving
night
his head
before.
was the best move he ever did, man. Like his hair
That's
was
true. His
desperately
receding
hanging off.
hairline worse than
Oh.
LeBron's.
Yeah.
Graphic updated. Tom is an idiot. Yes, Tom is in fact an idiot.
Love you,
and,
Chad. Thank you.
Tony F. Nick Storm in bathrobe, says Nick Storm. Where's your bathrobe? Get it out.
here, Tony. I'm sorry. I don't.
Get your bathrobe
That
out
wasn't me
right
saying.
now. Tony F. says he wants you in a bathrobe.
Okay,
Get the
okay.
bathrobe out
If you
now.
guys will excuse me, I'm getting my bathrobe.
He's getting his bathrobe.
You people.
You people.
As we watch young Anthony, as we watch Baron Corbin wrestling in street clothes, who do you think set the tone for that? Do you think it's John Cena that made it normal for people to wrestle in dress clothes? I mean, or street clothes, or do you think
In
someone
street
else
clothes?
made it more
I mean,
normal?
like, I guess it depends. I mean, like, Austin used to fight in street clothes all the time, but that's not really like a match, I guess. He didn't really used to wrestle like matches in the street clothes. I mean, as far as who made him cool, I would say Austin, but like who allowed it to happen, like Cena with the matches wearing those jorts.
Yeah.
But also Cena also wrestled in the little trunks wherever he would go, he would wear
Yeah.
like he would make them the color of the team or whatever.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely.
blame
happens-
Tony's are us. I'll
It
take that.
happens way
nickname.
more now than it ever did. I feel like a lot of guys just normalize wearing dress pants. We watch OMOS wearing just like black jeans out there and a tank top. Kevin
Yeah.
Owens, we talked about before, he's wearing just basketball shorts and a shirt.
That's very true. Nick, are you in your bathrobe?
Oh, young Anthony, that's a. Want to get you? I'm in my bathrobe.
He's
in my
his
bathrobe with-
bathrobe.
With a capital AR in bath.
That's a good point.
Bathrobe.
Jeans and a flannel. Yes, that is a good
Big
point.
Josh. Vince Russo normalized wrestling in street clothes, I must say.
A Barry
Vince
Bonds
Russo
jersey says he's gonna kick
normalized
your
wrestling.
ass.
Vince Russo normalized wrestling. Let's be real. You think if I just DM'd Vince Russo right now and I was like, hey, we have a live stream right now. We're watching Hell in a Cell. Just jump on.
If you get
think
Vince
he would-
Russo in here to talk about Hell in a Cell right now, that would be epic.
If
I
you
have
put
his
enough
email. I
bros
technically
in if you put enough bros in the paragraph and the sentences, then he'll come on. It'll
I
just
had him
appear
on my
in the mirror.
show. I had to pay him a pretty penny to get him on, but I mean, like, I could technically, email him, shoot him an email, and be like,
Wait,
"Hey,
you
Vinny."
had you had Vince Russo on your show?
I did for 30 minutes. I had Vince Russo on my show.
Oh my god.
Go back
How
in the
do I find this?
archives. I had Vince.
Was it
was
over
it's on
under
there.
30 bros? Did he say 30 bro 30 times?
No, he
Once a
definitely
minute?
had to say bro like around 30.
Under or over? How many bros?
It was probably around 30, I would say.
Oh, Chad, good point in the chat. Sandman, he did wrestle in jeans and a tank top. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Raven,
Tom
I
also had
loved
Russo on
what he
sections,
would
that's
wear.
true.
Raven would wear that like
Raven,
those
too.
shorts and like
True.
and like just a tucked in shirt with like the fucking flannel wrapped around. Talking about Russo on Sessions. Oh my god.
I used
Maybe
to
I just
wrestle
don't
in
like the
joggers when I was at
black
my
dress
prime,
pants.
but I mean,
The black dress bands don't do it for me. I don't like them.
dress pants. Let's wrestle this in
Corporate
full
Kane
suit.
sucks. Sucks.
Yeah. Corbin,
Yeah,
wedging the chair.
Corporate Kane sucked, and it's still better than Glenn Jacobs, what we have now. So
Yeah,
that's there you go.
that says something.
That's
Glenn Jacobs. God damn it.
oh man, what a time, huh?
What a time. What a time.
Yeah. And guys, before our time,
Before our time, actually.
it's veer at this point. It's like coming, but when?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Guys, I got to rip on you a little bit. I do, because
Let's do it right now.
We said, and we being Mike Belcaster and myself said we're going to do Shot Nostalgia. Guess what happened? Next week we're up to episode, I think it'll be 8 next week. So I think you guys have the idea.
I didn't have
show
these cheeky
to us.
finals. I didn't have finals. And
Shut up.
where? I didn't have an education to care about it. Out the window. This guy over here.
I'm just, getting my diploma, getting a nice fucking master's in communications, right? I'm next door with my sunglasses, right? Isn't it? Kangaroo.
I feel like I'm mastering
Australia.
communications right now with Chad's mic. I feel like I'm inheriting the power that is the bad Chad, and then I also have Sneed's actual setup. I am right now. I'm inheriting.
I need you to say something.
Chads.
I need you to say.
Grow
Any
up, bro.
cinephile will
There we
love.
go. That's a good one.
Any cinephile will love.
It's the real thing. We have him in the studio, guys.
like
Chad
he's
Smith.
Wait, hold on. This is the real test. Ready? Grow up.
Grow up, bro.
Grow up, bro.
Grow up, man. Grow up, man.
Grow up, bro.
Or what is Sneak? Cut the shit.
Oh yeah,
Cut
cut the shit,
Tony.
Tony.
Cut the shit, Tony.
That's what someone should say to you on Raw Down. You are Tony.
Cut the shit, Tony. Yeah.
Cut the
someone
shit,
should say that to me.
Tony.
We got to make that a drop. Cut the shit, Tony.
It should be a drop on the AEW Rapper Show, which I am full time. Officially, breaking news here, guys.
Yes.
I'm joining the AEW Wrap-Up Show full time, filling in for Freems until he has some more time to join us. He will always be a forever home at the AEW Wrap-Up Show. He crushes it. He is my Honor Society partner in crime, as well as Sneed. But I'll be joining AEW Wrap-Up Show weekly now. I was lucky enough to be a guest for a couple weeks, and now I'm going to be heading on there weekly to talk about all the craziness happen on Wednesday nights. But let's focus on WWE here. We got a good match going on with Baron Corbin and MADCAP. Right
Every
now.
match so far it's hit pretty well. Also, Tony F says the two in the glasses look like an English NSYNC band. You are my fire,
My one, the fucking Zaya.
you believe right when I say
Well,
did
at
I want
least.
it that way,
I
right?
want it that way.
Tell me
Chad
why.
said- by the way. Right.
Tell me
well, I'll
fucking
be the
why.
Justin Timberlake of the group because that's the only name I know off the top of
That's
my
so,
head.
Anthony. That is so shit. That is so bad. That is
Oh, I think my British accent is pretty good, right?
I know people sound like that.
Everything.
Oh, I
Right?
think MADCAP is done for right now. You think they're going to do a little blood pack in the mouth right there from that? They have to.
Ooh.
I'm desensitized to all violence. I went to GCW yesterday in Atlantic City, so anything looks soft to me, but that was pretty rough.
That was pretty rough. Good move there.
I feel like I'm like breathing in. I'm like still getting light tube dust out of my throat and my nose. So
It says hashtag there's
Spooky
only
dust.
one Tony.
I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, spooky dust.
Technically, Tony, I'm not Tony. Like, I'm young Anthony. YA, if you will.
yeah, young Tony.
Young Tones. So you could take the Tony moniker. I mean, like, sometimes I'm Hollywood Young Tony, but like, I don't know, the gimmick doesn't really get over. So I do have a shirt of Young Tony on ProWrestlingTees.com/tavern. If you do want to support, if you want to be Tony F, if you want to be Hollywood Young Tony, you can buy yourself a shirt on ProWrestlingTees/tavern and get the Hollywood Young Tony shirt. But that's besides the point. Tony F, you should
Or
also
you could
subscribe
get the
to
Nick
Tavern if you
Storm
haven't already.
shirt. That's also
No, I think
Ooh.
we're out of stock on those.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Can we talk about how Madcap just no-sold the Pillmanizer to the chair and now he's making a comeback, hit a fallaway slam into the steps?
That's because he's the GOAT. He needs to just
Putting him
no-sell
over
everything.
huge. That usually ends somebody. That a chair in the neck puts somebody out for weeks. He got up in a couple minutes right there. Not even minutes.
Madcap
Seconds.
going for the chair now after hitting, what is it called? The punchline?
That's what his
Now-
finisher's called.
Oh, now
Go, go,
he's going
go.
for a little chair ski move. Let's see if he oh, he's getting
If I was Corbin,
Oh,
I would get out of
man.
that. To be honest.
he better be careful on this one.
And there we go. Madcap got the win here.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Good win.
I have
Good
to
win
go
for
back and see if I
Madcap.
picked Madcap. I'm pretty sure I did. There's no way I would have picked Corbin over him.
Yeah, I
There's
think
no way you
everyone
should
in our
have picked
predictions
Corbin
picked,
ever.
I think Tom actually picked Baron Corbin, so that gives us a little. Oh, speaking of the devil, there he is. I'm not even going
there
to
he
give him an
is.
intro. He can just
Madcap's
come
so big, he's vascular.
I lost.
He's got a lot of beef. Yeah, look at you talking. Oh, I got all my predictions right. I got all my predictions right. And you picked Baron Corbin over the guy that they're pushing.
All right. So what's your question, Nick Storm?
I want to know, where did going back to the well originate from? Because we were, young Anthony and I were thinking, where did that expression come from? Because they'd have to go to the well initially and then they'd have to go back to the well. So is this one person going to this well?
No, it's a little house on the prairie term. No, I made that up. But did it sound believable for a second?
I
don't
feel
even
like
know
it's
what
just,
the- I don't
it's just
even
a
know
term
what you
because
said.
the well eventually runs out. Like, I think it's just like it was a
That's true,
euphemism
because you
that
always go
came
back
from-
to the well for water.
Yeah.
Right, but who?
I'm gonna look it up.
For
went back to the well?
water. Young Anthony, it's for water. Yeah, but who?
But who did it?
Did you guys Google this?
I'm
Have you used
Googling it right now.
No, we
I
are
feel like if we
asking our
googled it,
Tavern
we wouldn't be on a tangent for what? How long were we going for? Like an hour and a half now?
It was a good half hour. We were going on the.
Yeah.
Wait, is it the tavern? Because like tavern, like you're in a town. The well's right in the
No,
in the
if
town.
it was
in
the tavern,
the-
you'd be going back to the tap.
the
Okay, I got it
tavern.
for you guys. And it originates in the year 1732. So,
Okay.
I think Little House on the Prairie did not come on air yet. I'm not sure yet, though.
No, but it might have been based in 1732.
So this says, keep calling on the same resource after it has been exhausted. This expression is a modern version of an ancient proverb appearing in various ways in numerous languages from the 14th century on. Thomas Fuller, 1732. And he put it this way: the pitcher that often goes to the well comes home broken at last. That's the sentence he used.
Nick, I think that was the exact definition that Chad gave us. I think it
From
was.
Chad's brain.
Well, it's the
from
mic,
Chad's
dude.
brain.
It just came through the mic into my brain, and then it just came out. That's why.
Chad
You don't
posted
doubt
it on
Chad.
Google.
If Chad tells you something, it's probably true.
Well, we want to know like who was the first like who went to the well and
Probably
then had to go
Moses.
back.
It was probably
You know?
Moses.
Probably Moses. Were wells
Probably
around?
Moses. Probably Moses.
Well, he was the first person who needed water, right?
I guess so.
I
I
mean,
haven't
Well, I
seen
mean, for
the,
going by
the
religion,
cartoon
like,
Moses in a
God
long
made-
time.
I don't know.
Maybe it was a dinosaur. Maybe the dinosaur went back to the well.
it was Vince
we see,
Russo. Let's just call
Maybe
it.
it was
spade a spade.
Luchasaurus.
It's Vince Russo.
If Vince Russo needed water, the well
He would
on
put it on a
man.
pole. That's what he would do. He just put it on a goddamn pole.
To think the answer for the question we've been searching so long for
Vince
is
Russo?
Vince Russo. It completely makes it not worth it. But I like it. We solved the mystery, and he went to get some water.
There you
Maybe
go.
that's to be proven. But
Nick, when you put the bathroom,
nonetheless.
you go from 0 to comfy so quickly. It's remarkable.
What can I say, dude? It's just
I'm not a bathrobe guy myself. I mean, I have one. I don't rock it. I don't know.
I don't have.
I only
one.
wear it because it's cold and it's kind of nice and furry. You know.
Okay, I can see that. I usually pop on
I
a
don't-
hoodie post shower.
Yeah.
Just a hoodie.
It's
I
noon
would-
in
I would pop
Australia
it
right
on,
now. Right, Nick?
Yeah, it is.
See, I've got that whole time thing figured out to not confuse you anymore.
What? It's 10 p.m. for you guys.
Yep.
Yes.
Look at us.
Look at that.
Well, the three of us are all relatively close to each other.
That is true.
Yeah, we are.
The tri-state.
Rocking
You guys should
different
meet up.
boroughs.
You guys should meet up so I can cry in Australian.
We should do that.
I think I'm gonna meet up with the first person I'm gonna meet up with is Nick Storm. I'm gonna fly to Australia. And,
At least you'll come
Get you
in
a
here.
one-way
I'm
ticket
just.
and you could stay there.
yes, I would love that.
different
Bianca
boroughs.
Belair
you
now
know?
getting her own little promo video.
We need to find somebody from Queens and Manhattan.
That's true.
Yeah, so we
We
have
need Eddie
everyone.
Kingston. Isn't Eddie Kingston from Queens?
I think
Eddie
so. Yeah.
Kingston is
He's
just
from the
New
Bronx.
York.
Is he from the Bronx? I don't know. I mean, he seems like every guy from the Bronx, so maybe that's true.
He might have been born in Queens and then moved to the Bronx, or other way around, or something.
He's
Is
more a
he-
Bronx guy. Like he
He's
looks
a
more.
Yankee fan, though, right?
Yeah, but I'm a Yankee
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
I live on Long Island, so
That's okay.
yeah.
That's right.
He was born in Yonkers. That's right. And
Ah.
then he lives in Bronx.
Okay.
The Red Hook section of Brooklyn.
Yankees won again. Yes. They're rolling.
Did the
Yeah,
Rangers
he's
win,
rolling.
Tom?
No.
Rangers lost today.
fuck.
Lost. Fuck.
Yeah,
No, they're still up 2-1. It's only
the
one.
Lightning
That's
had
true.
51 shots, so
Hmm.
it wasn't like it was the goalie's fault that like he stoned them away. 51 shots for Tampa, and that is
That's
I'm an
incredible.
Islander fan, and I've seen Tampa two times in the playoffs in the last couple of years. They are just as advertised, and they know how to win now because now they won back-to-back cups, and they have the ability to just weather storms. It would not shock me for the series to go 7, but that we're not here talking hockey. But the Rangers could win the cup though; they look that good.
They just turned it on the Rangers. It's crazy.
They're 2 years before their rebuild was really supposed to be over. Like
100%.
This is not even close to where they're supposed to be, and that's even scary.
Yep.
When Kreider scores 50 plus goals, like everything else, it sort of builds around it.
It's so true. That is so true.
What are we talking about? Soccer?
Football.
We're talking about kangaroo boxing.
Oh, I know a lot. Oh, who are you guys betting on this upcoming season in kangaroo boxing?
Coyote Peterson.
Yeah, Coyote Peterson is the favorite.
Yeah, Coyote Peterson, the guy that gets stung by all the insects. He's
There is a kangaroo called Vince Russo too as well, so he is a great kangaroo.
Right.
Vince
He overbooks
Russo.
himself.
I
though,
think
so
it's
that's the
going to be
problem.
Hoppy Corbin.
Hoppy Corbin. Yep.
Hoppy Corbin. But
Yep.
oh wait, where's the
That's
drop?
pretty good.
Well, that ain't a knee slapper, buddy.
I love that one.
That's great.
Nice Captain
What about
America
the
themed
best
tights
Australian jokes of the
for
night?
Austin Theory, or should I just say Theory?
Yeah, don't confuse people. They're going to think you're talking about Steve Austin if you say Austin.
Yeah.
Good tights for Ali right now. He looks great.
Oh, he's in his hometown, Ali. Oh, he might win.
No, he's not winning.
Oh, that's
I
true.
mean,
It's WWE. They lose their
WWE
hometown.
buries
What's he
talent
doing with
in
the
hometown.
CM Punk design?
that's a good point, Tom. They do that.
Yes.
They used to make a like I don't know. They made a habit of putting guys and making them lose in their hometown.
Rather badly.
He's got
But
the
I
CM
do
Punk
want to
up
say
on.
this. Ali is repping CM Punk inspired gear.
Like Mussolini.
Again, they're in Chicago. It's of course, right? CM
It's not really CM
inspired
Punk
gear.
inspired theory. That's just the Chicago flag.
I was going to say, it
No,
also
you
kinda
can't
looks like
tell me
balls.
otherwise. No. I'm gonna die on this hill. The
All right,
CM
guys.
Punk inspired design.
I'll be back. I'm going to hit leave studio, not end broadcast.
You should,
Okay.
you should end broadcast. See what happens. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
No, I'm not doing that again.
All right, love you. Oh, he's love you.
We're
Tom,
still live.
I guess.
Thankfully.
It's a miracle.
All right. The funny thing about this is that if this wasn't Austin Theory, this would 100% be on the pre-show or just wouldn't happen at all. I think the weirdest statistic is that the IC title hasn't been defended since WrestleMania 37 on a pay-per-view. So the fact that they're putting this on a pay-per-view is very telling because of, I guess, how much star power Vince sees in Austin Theory.
It just occurred to me that WrestleMania 37 was last year and not this year. That blows my mind.
Yep.
What?
That was
And
the
to
match
think
that
that
Apollo Crews
WCW,
won.
this lineage goes back to WCW with the title. So this is a WCW vehicle, the US title, and they give it more. I don't know. You'd think they would have just moved the IC title over to give it to Austin Theory, but I guess, whatever, give him the US title because really, if you think back on it, the US title is a WCW thing.
Yeah. And the US title has been getting some good TV time, like in the last few years, like even with Bobby Lashley. I know like Riddle and Sheamus had a good program for it. A few other people that I can't remember.
Go back
right
to
now.
even Cena doing the open challenge with it. Cena,
Yeah, I was talking like recent, like in the last 2 years, but like, yeah, definitely Cena, a few others.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely has more of good strong booking behind it than the IC title does at all. The IC title has been trash.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you guys think Gunther's taking the title? The IC title?
Yes,
I think
100%.
yeah. I don't see Ricochet. Well,
1000%
Ricochet hasn't been
actually.
doing much, at all. I think not really hearing much of Ricochet. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not watching the product, but the way they're building Gunther, I'm just gonna call him Gunther, has been incredible. And I don't know. Yeah, I think to actually give the title prestige, put it on Walter.
I think they'll do
Prestige
some
doesn't
good
matter
prestige
who
currently
holds it,
because it's whatever. I don't know.
No, I agree with you. They just for whatever reason just neglect it. It's just one of those things they forget about. This match is going real hard right now. They're setting a pace. Some nice catches catch can wrestling with Ali and
I'm a big fan of what a lot of stuff Ali's
Theory.
doing right now too. So
what a crossbody off the top of the ropes to the outside right there from
Great.
Ali.
yeah.
I'm happy that even with everything that happened with Ali, I'm happy that they're still giving him like a good spot. Of course he hasn't looked great in this feud, but that's really just like, I think building him up for this win that I think he's going to get. But I'm happy that like everything that happened with, him sitting out of his contract for a while, wanting to get released. I'm glad that they haven't like officially just buried him right out the gate. I think they still see something in Ali, which is cool.
You have to look at this as strategic from WWE as well, because other guys who ask for their release and they don't get it and they choose to sit out, we've seen it time and time again. Mustafa Ali is getting a decent push here. It's not like he's getting, as you just mentioned before, it's not like he's getting buried. He may win the title here. And again, it doesn't really matter. The mid-card titles don't really feel that important. And even if Theory loses, it's on to bigger and better things for him. But he's getting a spot on a pay-per-view or a premier live event, however you want to phrase it. And he's being booked to look strong, like against the guy who is ticketed to be the next main guy, if you ask anybody. So this is a nice little feud for Ali, especially coming off the fact that he didn't want to be there. He made it quite known. He gave a bad press for WWE. So this is a good thing for them to show other talent. Hey, even if you speak your mind, if you come back and work with us, we'll work with you.
No, definitely. I think, them giving him the title here, like you said, even though like the mid-card titles aren't really given a chance nowadays, I think it's still like, it's telling when someone wins a title, especially after what Ali went through that whole time period, which it feels like so long ago that happened with Ali like requesting his release and stuff.
And let's be honest too, the fact that he is here in this spot is probably better than what he would have been accomplishing in AEW. He would be on Dark if he would have went to AEW. There's no place for him in AEW. This is the spot for him to be. He would do well, maybe in Japan. I could see him working there or going to work some other indies and be a big name in a small pond sort of thing. But go even further back before Kofi Mania started. He was the guy who was supposed to go on to WrestleMania and win the title. And yeah, he got sort of Wally pipped. The reference there is Wally Pip lost his spot in the line to Lou Gehrig, who never sat out. And he played, how many straight games before he unfortunately had to retire. So if it wasn't for injury and Kofi getting hot, Ali's career would have went much differently, I think.
I honestly never believed that Ali was supposed to be in Kofi's spot. I just never believed that.
I think
I
he was.
don't,
I don't
know if I could see that as
that's not to
them.
say that he was going to beat Daniel Bryan but he was supposed to win the chamber and go on to be the guy wrestling Bryan, and probably not a main event slot, but for the WWE title. So I think the booking would have been different.
Yeah. I mean, I've always heard Kevin Owens was supposed to be that guy, but like just from a standpoint of what they were doing at the time, I just don't know if I would see like Ali being that guy that they would be like, yeah, let's go with him for like the WWE title match. I don't know. But
I just, again, I'd have to go back and do a little bit more research, but I remember watching at the time, he was supposed to be the guy and he got unfortunately hurt. And I think they
right
moved
before the
in a different
chamber
direction, right before the chamber, because they were booking him pretty strong. And I know they wanted a more international flair to their stars and all that. So he fit the mold, and he's awesome in the ring too. So that also adds to it.
Yeah, totally. All right, so now Ali going in for the pin. Won't do it yet. I don't know. I think Ali has this one. I'm hoping he does, because if Ali wins this, I think, I don't know. I want to say that it'll help him out, but also like we just saw like Finn as US champion, and it really didn't do much for him, and it like took him out of the spotlight. But I also think taking the title off of Theory could prime him for a good spot over the summer to be like one of the top guys. There's also still the potential for him to face Cena at SummerSlam, which is the rumor. So you never know. And that doesn't need a US title on it, obviously.
Yeah, no, not at all. And I'm going to go with what Tom was saying, though. And I have just, this is just my mind, and I don't have the facts to back it up yet. I can look it up, but they love to bully guys in their hometown and make them lose and come up short. So this would not shock me to see Ali lose in his hometown of Chicago.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that AEW's picked up on, is that whenever they're in a wrestler's hometown, they make sure that they look good.
Yeah, I remember like William Regal used to get shitty treatment as well. Like he would just lose in Blackpool when they go once a year. It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's someone else coming to mind.
Now
It was a women's wrestler.
club. Now they have a combat club in spite of that.
They're just making up for it.
We're gonna beat everyone up.
I know.
These guys are killing it right now. This match is great.
This has been a really good show. Better than Double or Nothing? No, I won't go there.
Look, you're probably right. I'll be honest.
It's much shorter than Double or Nothing. Folks, we have 8 viewers right now. 6 viewers, whatever. If you are watching and listening, thank you. Tell a friend to join in. Let's try to get to 10 viewers. Let's go for 10 big viewers. And leave a comment. Let us know what you're thinking of the show. And make sure to support the Turnbuckle Tavern at theturnbuckletavern.com, where you can support all of your tavern folk here. We put on some great shows. As we get a nice little an STF by Ali. Is that going to be it? Always close.
If he beats him with the Cena move, that'd be huge, you know.
It's a unique application of the move. I wouldn't say it's the way Daniel Bryan would do it or Bryan Danielson would do it. It definitely doesn't have, but it was effective. Damn it!
It was effective. God damn it!
Do you guys truly believe Theory's the next guy?
I was just about to ask that. Holy shit!
That blew my fucking little brain. I'll tell you.
Fucking
my god!
All right, well, Nick Storm, now you have to answer. Do you feel that?
I didn't hear it both times. Do I think Austin Theory is cool? No.
Do you think he's pretty? No. Do you think he's the next guy?
What a move!
A lot of people are saying it, so I don't. Maybe the majority rules. You know, maybe it's to go for. I haven't been.
No, don't go with the status quo, Nick Storm. Make up your own mind. Do you feel that
I think he's going to be the next Sin Cara, the first one.
Okay, I see. Put a mask on him.
As Ali missed the 450 right there, and looks like Theory's going for the kill. We'll see if they put him out of his misery in his hometown, going after the knee. But the non-answer, Nick, I think you should go with the full answer. Do you think he's the guy? If you were booking WWE, would you put the weight behind him as the guy. Do you see him like that?
If I was booking WWE, I would have myself win every championship. But yeah, no, 100%. Like he's got the physique. I think he's got the moveset. He's definitely a good heel. You get people to hate him. His gimmick with the selfie thing is kind of over as hell. I kind of like to see it. It's kind of fun.
In your hometown, you will lose.
Ali takes the L. Yeah.
Clean too.
So technically, Tom wins, but we're stripping him of the title because he messed up our stream. We have to.
Wait, how does he win?
He got the most predictions so far. I think besides Corbin, he's sweeping right now.
I'd have to go back to the comments of the Raw Down because that's where I made my picks. I'm pretty sure I'm undefeated too.
I think you're doing pretty well too.
It's a combination of the whatever they call it now, the attitude adjustment and the go to sleep. It's a cool finisher looking on his end.
As far as if I think Theory is the next guy, I don't know if he is the next guy, but if I was booking WWE, I think there's a lot of room to make Theory like a top star, and there's a lot of stories that you could go with. Like you could go Theory versus Cena, you can go Theory versus Orton. There are a lot of guys that you could put him up against, and he doesn't need to win every feud, but putting him with those guys that were the top guys, I think that could help him out a lot. I don't know. I just don't see I guess he has the look, like he has the physique and everything, but they're still going to have to sell me on Theory being like the top guy. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it is an interesting.
That ridiculous fucking facial hair. Oh my god,
it's an interesting way to book him.
Kind of setting me back on him is that little mustache.
That's all.
Yeah, I mean, but John Cena used to have that box haircut too, so like you can get around that. I think he right now is the full package for what WWE's looking for better or for worse. He's carbon copy. He came up through Evolve and he has learned the ropes in a WWE type of system. And I think he has the tools. He has a good looking face. I mean, he's jacked and he moves around well. Everything is pointing towards he is the guy. And I think a lot of what we saw in the beginning of his run here being sort of the appointed one with Vince has made him out to be a little bit lesser than the main event guys. If we look at how they booked him in the Elimination Chamber, he got absolutely bodied by everybody in the match. And I guess you can look at him as being a tough guy because he took the F5 off the top of the pod and he survived it and walked out the next week. But if you go back to when Cena was first booked with Brock Lesnar all the way back in 2003, he had that first title match where you knew he wasn't winning as Dr. Thugonomics, but they had that mini feud with Lesnar. They did the whole rap against him, where Cena said, yeah, you got the tattoo of your mother on your back and all that stuff. That was an interesting rap that he brought out to Lesnar. My point being is that Cena looked like a legitimate threat. I don't think Austin Theory has looked like a legitimate threat when he's in the ring with anybody else. So if he's going to be the next guy, picture him right now in the ring with Roman Reigns. Do you think he has any chance of beating him? And the answer is absolutely categorically no. Can he be built up to that point? Maybe, maybe not. But I think at this point, he's so far away from being that guy. It's going to take a lot of strong booking to get him there. U.S. title or not, doesn't really matter.
I think he needs to bring the tights back.
Who's that?
Theory. I was going to say Austin. Oh, my God. Oh, God. But I missed the tights, man. I think the tights looked cool. Maybe that's it.
I don't mind the shorts that he's wearing.
I think the shorts are more like, star-worthy. You could only get so far with the pants.
I think
it's weird. The long pants with short hair looks weird. I think long pants go with very long hair goes with pants, and I think short hair goes with underwear tights. Even though Edge is breaking the mold right now with short hair and the long tights.
That's true. That is very true.
Try to think of a guy with short hair and long tights. It's hard.
Scorpio Sky, he has no hair.
Bobby Lashley, he has no hair.
All right, there's two. Think of a guy that's not bald.
That doesn't count, though.
Think of a guy that's not bald.
CM Punk when he's not waxed.
Non-waxed. The long boys.
Oh shit. I don't know. I don't watch wrestling.
Eddie Guerrero, short hair, but he also had a mullet for a bit though too.
He had a mullet.
Dude, the mullet Eddie. Oh my.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
Right now, partial to 1996 Eddie he wears not singlet, long tights, singlet top. epic mullet with the bangs. That's what Eddie's rocking right now. So sick.
That's true.
And also, too, giving a cheap plug to Shot of Nostalgia that goes Fridays, not live, but Fridays taped. We air at 8 p.m. to start your weekend right. We talk about 1996 WCW. Conan is killing it right now. I only knew Conan from Filthy Animals and like also Lucha Underground, where he's this overweight guy who's just like, I used to be good. I'm booking it now. He is epic as the false Mexican heavyweight champion. And he also is so good in the ring. He just wrestled Jerry Lynn the other night on the last episode we watched, and Jerry Lynn under a mask. He called himself Mr. JL, and I had no idea it was Jerry Lynn. I'm like, this guy is pretty damn good, and it wound up being Jerry Lynn under the mask.
That's awesome.
I
gotta go back and watch some WCW, especially Conan. I hear good things about Conan all the time,
and didn't expect to see what I saw. He looks like $1 million.
Is him and Disco Inferno just shitting on AEW? That's all I know. And he was in AEW like for a couple appearances, and that's
Conan got a payday from AEW, so I don't know what he's complaining about.
Oh yeah, he was with Proud and Powerful for a little bit.
During Stadium Stampede, and I think he also appeared. He got beat down by FTR. I want to say FTR beat him up.
Yeah,
I think so.
Because FTR was with Tully, and they did like that weird stare down with the two of them or face off, whatever.
Which led to Tully wrestling, which was pretty cool.
Right. That's true.
As we get ready for the main event, guys, for the graphic.
We got the main event coming up now, Seth and Cody. If you are still in the chat with us, let us know who you think is taking this one, Seth or Cody. I still got Cody winning this one. I'm interested to see.
I think Bray comes back and wins.
You know something? Like, I was thinking about it. Could be fun.
He probably won't win. I won't go that far, but I think he might come back.
I hope it. I mean, listen. I mean, we saw a lot of the tweets and the hype on social media. As we have the best thing with the social media, we get from social media is hype, right? Like we talk about things that may or may not happen. And who's better than Bray Wyatt or Rotunda, or whoever it is? There's no place for him in AEW right now. This is the place, and this is like perfect circle showing up at Hell in a Cell with Seth Rollins in the ring, start a new feud with Cody. Man, imagine Bray Wyatt and Cody. That's a dream match that you didn't think would happen all these years ago.
That would be a really good match. I mean, if there's ever a time to bring him back, I mean, this is probably the time. Like Hell in a Cell, you know, he on Twitter, right? His new name is like Wyatt6 on Twitter. So he tweeted that 6 days ago, or maybe 5 days ago. I don't know. So could happen. Could definitely happen. Honestly, I hope it happens. I want to see Bray back. But like, I want Bray to be in a spot where I know that he would be in the best possible spot as far as wrestling. I'm sorry, like, he's not going to do anything in AEW. I think they're at that point where he just does not blend in with what AEW is doing. Unless they make him like this huge deal, what they're not going to. I'm worried that he's just going to fall like House of Black, right? House of Black could be the biggest thing in AEW. It's just they don't push them to be that biggest thing. So I feel like that's going to be the thing for Bray if he goes over there, is like, you know, he has this cool gimmick, could be the top guy, but there's so many top guys right now that it's like there's not really a spot for him. Whereas WWE, there's absolutely a spot for him right now. He could be a top guy on either Raw or SmackDown. So we'll see.
There's no warming up in the bullpen in WWE. Everybody knows the audience is well aware who he was. Former WWE champion, former Universal champion, one of the highest selling merch sellers in the history of wrestling, if we're being honest, with everything he dropped with the mask and the custom title. I think if he goes to AEW, he has to earn his way up the card with the ranking system. He'll be left, like, they're going to feud him with somebody and he's going to be on your TV cutting cryptic promos. It's exhausting to even think about. Like, I'd rather him just like pick up where he left off. He's in a better headspace. You can do the Fiend thing. You can do the Bray Wyatt cult leader thing. Maybe something combined with it. Just like the WWE platform is more conducive to what Bray wants to do. The sandbox is more sort of open with the sports entertainment to do things like the swamp match, doing things like being. I know that WWE does a lot of the stuff at House of Black, and also Matt Hardy did a lot of Hit Broken Universe stuff. Oh man, look at these tights right now from Seth Rollins.
Oh wait, they haven't come up yet. Let me see.
Oh my God,
He's kind of
this is
shaking.
amazing.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow,
That's great.
Wow, I need to take a photo of that.
Good stuff. Good stuff, Seth.
We need We need a figure, a Mattel Elite of Seth Rollins in these tights. Or
dots.
Nick Storm, you got to make a custom of these. I think you can do this.
Yeah, that's an easy custom. Just throw some dots on it.
Honestly, yeah, there's like those little circle stickers, right? I could probably get that.
This is
Just
awesome.
splatter it.
How quick is the turnaround on Instagram, do you think? Someone has a custom tomorrow morning, right? Has to.
They're probably making them right now. Like, oh shit, give me a Seth. Bop, 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 bop. Done.
Yeah, it's donezo after that. Yeah.
I'm sure there's like an all black Seth figure, like pants. You know, sure there's got to be it somewhere.
Look, there might be
Like a
but
basic, probably.
I don't think there is.
Or like at least
I
as
know-
close to it as possible.
Yeah, and I know an Edge figure is basically all black. There's one that you can just toss us. So boom! Oh my god, it's already firing off. I need to do this.
This is awesome. This iteration of Seth Rollins has been a lot of fun.
It's
And
the
a
best
lot of-
character work he's done in WWE.
You want to talk about creativity for other guys? We're talking about Bray Wyatt essentially coming back here. But Seth Rollins has had the freedom to do a lot of cool things here. And who would have thought, you know, with Seth Rollins, and this started off really goofy, but I think he's leaned into it and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's coming to his own with it. I think it definitely works for him because he makes it work.
Yeah, the Visionary stuff is a little bit better than the Messiah, but I think they both blend together. Like, I don't think the Visionary exists without the Messiah character because it definitely evolved from it.
I think it's just the Messiah on drugs. to be
Yes.
honest.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Cody is coming out right now, and
Cody.
He's not rocking the Homelander. This is the figure we got from AEW that just dropped during FanFest weekend. I think essentially the same tights.
Yeah.
At least the jacket's correct. I also want to make note, this show is so much more enjoyable when I'm not listening to the garbage announcing.
Yes.
I have it on mute, obviously, because we're in here.
Right.
I don't hear all the jumbled things that are just so manufactured.
Back
The
in
phrases that they
2010,
wanna
Cody
get
Rhodes
over.
fucking backstory.
Yeah.
Backstory.
We haven't seen Cody Rhodes in a ring since 2016. He just hasn't been wrestling until he left
Did you hear
WWE.
Kevin Owens call that guy out?
Yeah.
He was like, what is he, stupid? What are you, stupid? The commentary is lovely. Beautiful.
Nick Storm, does the red cell have go away heat for you? Do you think the original is better, or do you like this one?
I think original is better. Just because it's just more, there's more iconic moments I can think of it, but like, it's definitely not a bad move. Like, I think it's cool. I don't know. It's kind of got mixed reviews, right? But I know it's grown on Anthony. It's kind of growing on me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not really noticing it as much. It just doesn't feel more like as impactful as like if it was silver. You know what I mean? Like if someone crashes into it, because it looks red, it looks like plastic, like it looks like a toy, right? So I don't feel that impact when someone gets hit into it.
I enjoy it. I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It was.
Well, shit. I'll dig my grave. I'm hopping in it.
I think like when it first happened, like the switch, obviously everyone was like in uproar about it, but I think it's blended in now. Like honestly, I don't really notice it. Like I think it's kind of just like it's there. I don't know. It's not very like it's not as distracting as I thought it was going to be. I think I'm trying to say.
Maybe it's because like I haven't been watching WWE regularly, especially Hell in a Cell pay-per-views after another, so I don't really have like I guess I'm not accustomed to it yet or desensitized, you know.
Yeah, I see.
But like
that.
it's something I don't notice as well. But like if I think about it, it's just like but I don't really care for it, you know.
Right. I wish they did more Hell in a Cell matches this pay-per-view. They've been doing really good with like not making it just like it's October, got to do some Hell in a Cell matches.
Is this the main?
Yeah, this is the main event.
There was only one cell match?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in recent years, they've done at least 3, but like, and they've been pretty well built up. But like, I don't know, this time around, it's only been 1. And I guess it's fine. Like it's one like good, like strongly built match for the Hell in a Cell. But I don't know. I wish we got more. You definitely could have put like, I don't know, Kevin Owens and Ezekiel in the cell or something.
Yeah, but that's what to say. I don't think
Oh
any
my
of the
God,
matches
look at
were
his
built to that
pec.
level.
His
There's
pec
no
is bruised
other.
as
There's
fuck.
no other feud that has the same feel. Like, this is the 3rd match between the two of them.
Well,
This-
technically, Omos and Bobby could have gotten it If
I don't know.
if
I
we're gonna
mean,
be real.
I guess you could, but like the build up. Oh man, look at you guys saying this will work still. Look at Cody's chest.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's a work, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
some nice
God.
makeup he's got on.
Yo, look how bloated that is too. He's got some swelling going on.
How the fuck is he gonna
Holy
wrestle?
fuck.
That's that Triple H. Like when Triple H posted that picture not too long ago. Like that is exactly what Triple H had.
Wow. Good for Cody.
Dude, that fucking hurts to look at. Oh my god.
Yeah, so let's find a different word than shoot, but this is exactly that.
No more shoot and work at the tavern.
Let's come up with other words. Code
Real.
words.
Real and fake.
Mate,
Alright.
buddy, all wrestling's real. Are you kidding?
It's still real to me, damn it.
Cody Rhodes should have wore Seth Rollins tights. That's what he should have did.
Yeah.
That would have been funny. Just steal each other's things. I always think of the line from Ready to Rumble where it's Gordy, wrestling's fake. As a guy, you know, I don't want to yell right now, but you know, he just yells,
Wrestling's not fake.
Yeah, yeah, he's, you know, yeah.
I like wrestling.
Yeah, fucking, I like wrestling. Yeah.
I like wrestling.
Cody
That should
is
be a
just
drop
straight up
too, by the way.
wrestling without that arm.
Wrestling's
That's
not fake.
insane.
Oh man. Cody's earning a lot of points with the fans, man, and also backstage and going out there. But going back to what you're saying about the cell, I think a lot of, you know, this match I feel was so important feud-wise to the company
Right.
that any other match being in a cell wouldn't feel right when this match is existing on the card.
Right, for sure.
It's one of the best things in wrestling going on right now. I mean, if people want to shit on WWE all they want, but this has been good storytelling, and it's done a really good job of introducing Cody back to the WWE fans, and he's looked good. I mean, he may lose this match, and he has an excuse built in, which is the chest, the pec thing. But yeah, so we got Nicole Bellcaster in the chat thinking this is a work or a fake.
Is Cody using Amber Heard's makeup company for that bruise?
Oh my god. Amica.
Here we go. Here we go.
Am I being worked right now? Is this? It looks legit. I mean, I'm watching on a computer.
It's legit.
No, it's swollen. There's no way.
Okay, so just for our predictions that we've been doing on the Raw Down, we are up to 2 weapons so far. We've had a toolbox and a kendo stick be involved. So just keeping an eye on that. We said over under 5.
That's true.
So I could have a chance. Is he hitting him with the... Got Seth now with the kendo stick.
I'm going to Meltzer, Uncle Dave on Twitter. I'm going to see what he's saying.
It's probably
He said, this is a minute ago. Breaking news.
Okay.
Play the breaking news. What is there a tone for?
I don't think we have one.
I'll just read it. It's fine.
Yeah, just read it.
Dave Meltzer said, that's not makeup on Cody. That's really a real life full pec tear and what it looks like so soon after. And then someone top comment, stop the damn match.
Stop the damn match.
So Dave Meltzer is saying it is real. So you guys, he is one tough cookie.
Dude,
that
how
Cody
much
Rhodes.
is he gonna be out? Like after this match? How long is he gonna be out for?
A full tear of your pec, it says that it's 6 to 9 months or 4 to 6 months.
Oh my god.
So
Man, they got so many plans in the work, and especially since Roman has all these events off, they need Cody. Like they're like,
Yeah.
dude, sew a new pec on him right now. We need something. Put metal in his chest. Do
Oh
something.
my god, Cody. Oh my god, I'm cringing. Yeah, he's the ultimate babyface for me right now. just because of that fucking tear, and I'm seeing him take bumps. Oh my
Well, he's
God.
working with a guy who probably, I guess, can take it easy on you. I mean, Seth has been known to he has hurt guys in the past, but Seth has a good way of making offense look real when it's not as rough too. Like
Yeah,
I think
this is
Seth
the
But
perfect guy to
it's
put
also
him up
Cody.
against in this scenario.
It's also Cody selling a certain way. You know what I mean? Like so, it's like I don't know. Fuck, man.
I mean, he's taking hits directly to it. That's insane.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
I know
Man,
it's-
I don't
Oh,
I
go
don't
ahead.
know. I guess I guess some people would say like it's already torn. You really can't do any more damage to it. But I would beg to differ. I feel like you can really hurt it bad.
I mean, you can tell Seth is trying to be very careful with him. Like he's like just working the other side of him, which is just a testament to how good Seth is. Like this is the perfect guy you want in this role. Like if you put fucking like, you know, just some random rookie like Austin Theory, you know, in the spot, it would be like, fuck, this is not good. But like Seth, you know, he's obviously gonna make sure that Cody's safe. Same for like Kevin Owens would do the same thing.
This is gonna be under 25 for sure. There's no way. There's no way.
That's true. It'll probably be under 25.
I would not have Cody wrestle a match over 25.
Again, they have so many plans for Cody going into the summer, and I know that we talked about when they go to MSG, he's going to win the title there, blah, 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 all that stuff in the fall. But just for the summer, he's the draw because they don't have a lot of these events. Roman's not advertised for, so Cody was going to be the guy going in. And I know the WWE machine moves on, doesn't really matter. They're going to find ways to sell tickets and move on. But that sucks, man, because Cody was penciled in to be the guy.
So do you think they're going to try to get Roman back for the summer?
I think it's important to give Roman his time off too, because I think Roman needs to rest because you need him even more to sell.
Right.
You know, he is truly. If something happens with him, you have a huge issue on your hands. With Cody, I guess
really
the machine moved on for a while without him, but yeah, I don't know.
But who do you have? Like this is your top baby face right now. So your top baby face and your top heel are presumably going to be out for the entire summer. So like, I guess it's a good time for you to build up talent. I know that they're not going to do that. So I don't even know what they do.
Maybe that's why they got Rotunda on the call, man. They just said, "We need you back, brother. We're going to give you whatever you want."
I mean, you're probably going to see Cena back for like a summer of Cena. I don't know. Like, what else do you do?
You can make the argument, though. He's already wrestling this match. It's never going to be worse off than when it first happens, but it's not going to heal, obviously, when you're doing stuff like this. But
definitely,
he's wrestling right now. So I guess you could say, have him only wrestle the pay-per-views, have him just like sit out in between the events and let him get better. So the next time he'd work would be Money in the Bank, and then go from there, or even hold him out until SummerSlam. You don't have to have him wrestle. Give him the reign schedule.
Yeah. Seth putting the jacket on
and the belt. That is a great belt.
Oh, we've got the dusty belt.
It says Visionary on it. That's great.
That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah, that's gonna be a figure. There's no way.
Let me see. I'm going back to Twitter again. Uncle Dave, see what he has on here.
Ooh. Those belt shots.
Dude, Cody took props to Cody 100% because Seth was ramming those steel steps into Cody, and Cody took it on this tall pec side on his right side.
So this is essentially what someone had theorized, and this is not official from any sort of source, but I think it makes a little bit of sense. So they had said you probably convinced Vince he could do the match one-handed, essentially, and with it being Hell in a Cell, you can hide it a bit more easily thanks to weapons, etc. All instead of just pure wrestling. Plus, finishing the story before Cody goes away for months is important to him as a professional. So I think that's a good way to think about it.
That's probably spot on right there.
And then Seth gets his win back here, and then maybe you can build up Seth to get back into the main event fold. And man, it just sucks for Cody. I've always respected the dude, but someone who can go out there and work with a serious injury like that, how can you not respect the guy?
Yeah.
It's a little bit silly though, if you think about it.
Got a table coming out now.
This has been a pretty good match so far, especially with Cody being one-armed at this.
With the limitations, definitely they're finding a way to work around it.
I have to say, though, this has been a fun event. Nothing monumental has happened, and as does a lot of the Premier Live events, a lot of them don't have any sort of huge news unless we get some new debut or a return coming up. But it's been good, solid wrestling. If we can get this every Monday and Friday, I wouldn't be complaining. I think that a lot of what gets misconstrued is the false finishes. What I loved about this event is you have a finish that is conclusive. You did, and a lot of clean wins tonight. I love that. That can really get people invested in the product because you have You're not trying to fool anybody. The DQs and no contests just need to end. That happens way too often on Raw and SmackDown. So I think that's really added to this event.
Yep. Definitely. I wonder what the time is so far. Like how it's got to be at least 10 minutes that they've gone.
Yeah, I mean, I can also go back and see when he came out in because I texted about him coming out. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, it's been around it's been around 10 minutes.
Yeah, so 11 minutes ago is when I texted somebody. So it's about 10 minutes so far.
Okay, cool. All right, well, they're going to the top here. Let's see if we get a nice little table bump.
Man,
I wonder if they had to cut anything from this match because of Cody's injury. Because so far it looks like they've hit on everything that they were going for. I think they just, kind of changed up a few things to make it more feasible for Cody.
Well, he wanted to bleed, so maybe they cut that out too. They're like, dude, you're already bruised up, no bleeding. You're gonna scare kids away.
Yeah.
Zombie Cody.
One of the best frog splashes in the game right there. Seth Rollins is on point with it.
Oof. Table broke magnificently.
Yeah, I did not expect that when you were putting over the frog splash. He would go into the table. Makes sense, honestly. Yeah, I don't want Cody taking its fucking table bump like this. It's so dark in my room. Oh my god, it's getting dark in the Storm layer.
If you guys are watching, this is the main event of Hell in a Cell. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Turnbuckle Tavern. We're on our road to 800 subscribers. Go to the turnbuckletavern.com. We got shirts. We have shows every day of the week, guys. Make sure you guys are checking us out. We are only 3 of the hosts that you guys can enjoy. There's so many other really informed wrestling fans that give their perspective on a weekly basis. And go down the list. You can find them yourself. So you guys definitely go out of your way to check out all of the shows. If you like WWE, if you like AEW, if you like Ring of Honor, if you like old school wrestling, we have everything there is for you. So make sure you guys support the Tavern. Goes a really long way. You leave a 5-star review. It doesn't cost anything. Just do that. It makes a world of difference for us. Tell your friends about us. Spread the word. That's all we grow, and that's how the wrestling community continues to grow, and how our voices continue to be heard. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Beautifully said. And if you are watching right now, if you are one of the 3 people watching, make sure to drop a comment. Let us know what you're thinking of this match, because that is important. We need to know what you guys are thinking. Also, thank you for watching along with us if you have been throughout the entirety of our technically 2 streams tonight.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, technically 2. Oh, this is nice. This is cool.
He's got to be careful with the pec thing too, because I think both Kofi and Chris Jericho had a similar injury, and their pec muscle has never come back. So if you look at their chest, it became flattened, and they were unable to build the same level of pectoral muscle.
Damn.
So we'll see what happens with Cody. He still looks pretty yoked right now, but I mean, the injury is only 2 days old. I'm curious to read what goes on backstage as far as, I don't know, those informed that can give us the information. How did Cody get this cleared with Vince? Because Vince he's famous for not letting people compete for other nicks and bruises, but he respects Cody to the point to let him finish the story, I guess.
Yeah. Seth's bleeding as well, which I just noticed.
Oh, and they got the bull rope attached. If you guys are watching here, this is a nice homage to
I wonder if
Dusty's
new
dad.
fans will know what this is. It's
cool. Near fall there. I thought he was going to get him. The sports entertainment has me hooked tonight, guys.
It always hooks you every once in a while.
It's that barbecue for the entree, and then the sports entertainment for the meal.
Little BBQ. It was nice here on Long Island today. We got to enjoy the weather. A nice Sunday with some BBQ and some WWE on the Tavern, guys. What's better?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Very good, very good. This has been a solid match so far. You really, you knew that whatever you were going to get, it would have just been fine just because of the conditions that Cody's working in. But, hey, where's Boney Rhodes? He is not here tonight. unfortunately, you're only getting one Raw Down member, but you do have a fellow former Raw Down champion and a never Raw Down champion. He'll never win it. Nick Storm's also here.
Hey, never say never. You don't know. You don't know. My contract's
I
expiring
never
soon
say
on the
never.
wrap.
You never
My
know.
contract's expiring soon on on Fig Night, and I've been doing
Contracts are
match
expiring.
appearances at the All Elite Wrap Up show. So who knows? I'm going to be a free agent. I'm definitely staying
preparing
with
for
Fig Night, but
Boney in the Bank.
Oh man, that would have been a good one.
That coming down the aisle logo that he made is really cool. The
Very
Money in
cool.
the Bank
That is
style.
dope.
I love that.
Also, speaking of logos, I'm gonna give a shout out to Extra Cooler, who I commissioned to make the new Acefield retro logo. So that'll be premiering soon. So Extra Cooler working hard on it. I've seen some of the drafts of the logo. They look great. I mean, everything Extra Cooler touches is gold. So you know it's gonna be fire. So a full
Yeah,
rebrand for the
totally.
Acefield Retro Instagram page and my own podcast. So I
Nice.
want a little rebrand. I want to look a little more professional. I mean, I have my old logo. It's a retro. I'm not getting rid of those stickers, but there'll certainly be some stickers with the new logo as well. Gonna make that Extra Cooler rub go a long way. So I'm excited for it.
You know, I want to bring back the Titantron. It's been too long. I feel like I just need like a platform because I'm doing like all the indie epicenter stuff and like the classroom. I gotta bring back the Titantron. Maybe I'll do a little rebrand too while we're at it. We'll see.
you should.
I got a whole summer ahead of us.
Yeah, not to give any
Summer of
spoilers, but
Anthony.
I did keep some of the same feel, some of the same aspects of my old logo, but just, you can't capture the professionalism that someone like Extra Cooler has. He adds such a different level to make things look and pop, and like nobody else does it like Extra Cooler. So
Yeah,
shout out to
totally.
Extra Cooler, member of the Pod Foundation. Check him out. He has great art. He also, designed some chalkline jackets. So like he's, reputable. So, and he's an awesome guy too, outside of all that. He definitely is a good conversation, and check out their podcast as well. So,
Yep.
Extra Cool
Shout
podcast is
out.
a great time for wrestling conversation.
We currently have 7 viewers right now. If you have not done it already, please subscribe to the Turnbuckle Tavern and drop a comment to let us know that you're here and that you're doing well, because we want to make sure that you're doing well here at the tavern as we are watching. I thought that Crossroads was going to be it, to be honest, but we do have a table set up, so somebody's got to go through it.
Yeah.
Cody now setting up for something. Let's see what we get here. But he's selling the peck. He's selling the peck.
Yeah, great selling by Cody on that pack. He didn't dare it or anything. It just look. Dude,
Ooh.
that's so gross. It's.
Oh my.
Oh man, dude.
They're really getting me here.
Cody is an animal for doing this match.
Cody's arm is just blue.
You know what? You know why I think he wanted to wrestle this? So people can say, remember when Cody Rhodes wrestled with a torn pec?
Or like Kurt
That's
Angle
that-
with a torn freaking pec.
With a
Yeah,
torn
there you
friggin'
go.
peg. Well, this would be a huge, victory for him. And honestly, him probably being so defiant that he wanted to wrestle in this match, I'm sure that gave Vince like a good outlook on him. Like the show must go on. That's Vince's whole philosophy. So
Get
like,
the match in the ring. That's what he always says. Whether it
I
be
know.
contract disputes or injuries, get the match in the ring. That's what he always wants.
Yep. So I'm sure he kind of showed a lot of respect for Cody in that regard, that he's doing this match. And they're getting a "This is awesome" chant. So like you really can't go wrong here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here's Chad in the chat dropping some knowledge. If you guys can ever get together and make Before Our Time happen, here's a nice little segue into what would happen.
Yep. Yeah, that's when we're kind of waiting on we want Chad to get settled in with his new house that he's moving into. So once he gets good with that, then we're gonna start doing the Before Our Time. It'll be a fun time. It'll be a fun time.
Yeah. I can't wait for that.
I'm excited, guys. I can't wait. I mean, you guys have a good flow. I hopped in here for after you guys, but you guys have a nice rapport already. So I think the show's gonna be awesome.
We
Two
could
young
have
fans
literally
experiencing
talked
old school
about
wrestling.
this. Like we could have had this whole show and not talk about one single match. I feel like so. I'm glad you came in here to kind
That's true.
of settle the score.
to
To-
think
to
I'd be the
do
guy
more to-
keeping us focused on WWE after all. I get the AEW shill label, but here I am keeping us on
Yeah.
track with the sports entertainment, brothers.
Yeah, I know. Here's Seth with a
Yeah.
sledgehammer now. Really symbolic.
Seth's boots look like the Hasbro boots, the cowboy boots that Dusty
Yeah.
wore.
Yeah.
So he has the same. That is a nice little touch there. If only like the Hasbro, it turns. I think what color does the Hasbro turn when it's like off blue or something when it hits the light, it oxidizes.
That's right. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Or brown, it turns brownish.
And he
It's
hit
very
the
hard to find a
pedigree.
Dusty Rhodes with that. So
Is that the first time Cody hit the pedigree?
that might be because he's been teasing it. He teased it on AEW
Teasing
from
an
forever,
AEW too.
and then he hit the Tiger Driver with it.
Can't wait to see what you guys come up with for before our time segments, etc. Will be a great companion to Mike and Ace's shot of nostalgia. Totally. Looking forward to
Absolutely.
it.
Old school, new school, we have it all here at the Tavern, guys.
That was the first time
And
that
all
he's
of it
hit the
is
pedigree.
before our time.
Before our time. Before
All of
our
it is before our time.
But yeah, Anthony, I believe that is the first time he hit the pedigree. I cannot think of any other time. He would tease it to be cheeky on AEW, and then he hit the Tiger.
teases all the time.
And Excalibur would be like, Tiger Driver 98. But yeah, it would always be like just about, everyone's like, oh my God, he thinks he's Triple H. It's funny because he's booking himself.
Which is just like not the case. Tony Khan.
Now Cody's got the sledgehammer.
Looking at it very Triple H like, staring at it
Yeah.
lovingly, if you will. Man.
You can see like his pec is getting more bright red. Like it's still ongoing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not just bruised and it's bruised over now. Like it's
That might
still,
be
like,
it, guys.
bleeding into
Curb
the-
stomp.
Oh my. Are you not sports entertained, everybody?
This is a great match. Very, very great match. This is another pay-per-view where the first match and the last match just steal the show. That's been the trend, is like the builds have been meh, but you get to the show and it's a really solid show with a great opener and a great main event.
And it can pack 3 hours where you just feel like you're getting a decent amount of action. I could do without the video package in between. Go to 10:30 if you want to cut out all the crap in the middle. But they did a better job in the show where it didn't feel as filler. There was like other pay-per-views or premiere live events, whatever you want to say, feel like they've have just build-up packages. Like WrestleMania was guilty of that big time. As we
Right.
get another crossroads here, look and reversal. And we got Seth hitting a crossroads of his own into almost Falcon Arrow. This is a crazy exchange right here. But I think the minutia on WrestleMania took away from the show because it didn't have to be as long as it was. They could have cut out so much shit. And this show was an example of that. Like you just have match without any of the segments. It's fun.
Chad says, I have a nostalgia episode I want to do once I'm set up. I want to do a show with someone called Bad Guys where each episode deep dives into a heel. What made them great? Key feuds, promos, matches. Yes, I would love to see that.
That would be awesome.
Is it gonna be like an interchanging guest, or are you gonna have like a standing guest? That'd be cool if you did interchanging ones,
really
like see what hit people the most, what heel hit people the most. That'd be cool.
That would be an awesome show. And there's a lot of good stories you can have in there, like and dig deep and sort of have the feel
And
of
plus,
sessions where you pull up some promos
Yeah.
and clips and matches.
Yeah. I can't watch the what Peacock exclusive Evil show. Young Anthony and I were talking. Apparently, it's really
What is
good.
going on right
I
now?
have the network still, so that would be the closest thing. Have a co-host? Yeah, cool.
He stops midway through after hitting 2 crossroads and now hits him with the sledgehammer. Are we going to get Cody going 3-0 against Seth Rollins on his way
I think
to
that's the only way to
rehabbing
go.
an
Oh my
injury?
God, look at that peg. Jesus.
It's got to be it. Oh
gone
man,
worse
he
over
goes
the fucking match.
3-0.
That's it.
Wow, what a match!
Great fucking match.
Color me shocked because 50-50 booking was what they get ripped on. They had 100% booking. Cody going over strong over Seth.
100% on Seth and on Cody here. Yeah.
That never. I can't think of the last time that happened ever.
No, can't either.
Now does Bray come out?
Bray comes out now.
I mean, they have about a minute or something, but
Bray
maybe.
comes out? No. Well, if he were to come out, we'll hear from Ace about it. So, which is good because fuck the Fed. Am I right, guys? Fuck. See WWE #1. It's all lies.
Am I still that far ahead of you guys?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a little bit ahead.
Did you see the finish yet?
Yeah. No, I just.
I was gonna say.
It's only like 10 seconds, but.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were like caught up or something because you guys were commenting on the same stuff I was saying.
No, you're good.
No, you're all right.
So Cody hits 2 crossroads, gets the sledgehammer, hits him with the sledgehammer. We saw a pedigree in this match, saw about 6 or 7 weapons, and ultimately that leads to a Cody Rhodes being 3-0 against Seth Rollins in a very, very good match.
Certainly not how I would have drew it up. I think Seth should have got one of the wins, maybe the middle match, probably, because Cody's not going undefeated on this whole run, so you might as well have Cody lose at some point. That's why Seth doesn't lose, like, because you got to worry about Seth a little bit here too. You want to make sure he's kind of having something to build off of.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly, they think Seth is impervious to bad booking. He can just bounce right back, and I guess that's the case. He always has. Him and Kevin Owens are just those rubber band mans. They bounce back. And there they are on the main event, and it's believable.
Yep. And Cody is just basking in the glory for a little bit before he's going to be out for a while.
Before he swerves in the glory.
Young Anthony, you saw that. Did you look up torn pec online, or did they?
I looked it up, yeah.
Okay.
It said around 6 to 9 or 4 to 6.
And he needs a surgery? Is that the case?
I believe so, yes.
Man. That's rough. That's really rough because he has had a lot of momentum. We've been talking about. He got me back to watching WWE, to tuning in. I mean, I haven't been watching Raw and SmackDown religiously, but he's the reason I watched tonight. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
And the women's match had me hooked a little bit. The 3 of those women going out, you knew it was gonna be killer.
Right.
100%. Yeah, that was a fucking great opener.
Well, overall, a very solid show. Fun time.
Yeah, better than Double or Nothing. Then again, CM Punk didn't win the title at Hell in a Cell, so.
Do you truly believe that, Nick Storm, or are you just being cheeky, my friend?
I'm being so cheeky. Look at my name, Ace. Look at this. I'm being cheeky.
Just listen, man. I don't know anymore. I don't know what's a work and what's a shoot anymore, guys. I'm just everything's blurring reality.
I don't know what's a well and what isn't.
MJF's
a well
leaving
now.
AEW. Nick Storm loves WWE. Tom End streams. What's a work? What's a shoot? Do you guys? Is this been a work that Tom End the stream? Is that just to get more viewers? Because we return with more viewers.
I guess so. We had more viewers for like 2 seconds, and then they all realized that we weren't playing pay-per-view, and then they left.
Ace, this whole Tavern construct is a work. It's not real.
Yeah, this is
We're
all
gonna
fake.
snap out of this coma at one point. And it's done. That's the end of it. It's just Truman Show for us all, pretty much. Oh, no Bray. Look at that.
Yep, no Bray. Well, folks, that's it. That's the show. Fucking solid show overall. Definitely a much shorter live stream than we did for the Double or Nothing. It took us 2 lives, but ultimately we got through it. Another watch along in the books for the Tavern. This is now 3, and more to come. But ultimately, folks, if you enjoyed what you saw today, make sure to subscribe to the Turnbuckle Tavern. Go over to theturnbuckletavern.com right there at the bottom of the screen, where you can support the Tavern in the many ways that you can, including going over to, our podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and buy our merch at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Yeah, that's it. And here's our Raw Down title that if the Tavern is a coma, I don't want to
thanks.
up.
Thanks so
thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Here's the Raw Down title. Technically, Tom has it, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to
Anthony,
give him that belt.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it to him, but you did say something important. It got us through. It took us 2 lives, but good thing we are felines and we are like cats. We got 9 of them. We got 9 of them bitches. All right. So we're here.
So
we're
maybe-
back. We're with all the content for you guys here. If you haven't subscribed, follow, everything like that. This is my title, by the way. It's on my side of the screen, obviously, as you can see. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Fun time all around. I usually don't know how to end these. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you with a boatload of content across the next week. You have the Raw Down coming up. You have the All Elite wrap up, the flagship show on Thursday, Shot of Nostalgia, all these amazing shows coming
Just tore my
very,
pack,
very
guys.
soon.
Hold on. Just tore my pack. All right.
Oh, shit. I tore my pec too. We got to get out of here.
But I'm still going to work this
shit,
week,
I-
guys.
I'm still going to work this
Tore
week.
my
though.
titty,
We got a
guys.
torn pec.
Holy, what? It's so much cooler to say "tore my titty," right? It's got more of alliteration.
I
or is
don't
that
know
just
about
me?
that. That might be an Australian thing, Nick.
That's
You guys don't say "tore my titty"? It's nice. It's good.
Well,